Hey, I'm Daniel Norton here in my studio in New York City with Larena. And today we're gonna make some portraits with the Beauty dish. So of all like the gear, the different types of things, soft boxes, ring flashes, all these different things, the thing people ask the most about is a Beauty dish. And I often say in my live streams that it's a very specific tool, right? For a very specific purpose, and there's kind of a way to use it. That being said, Beauty dishes are not inexpensive, relatively speaking. So I'm gonna show you kind of 3 ways to use it to get 3 different looks pretty simply. And let's do it. The first way is going to be the least conventional, which is basically to use it to shoot a full-length shot. What a Beauty dish is good for in this sense is that it's relatively a hard light when you're shooting like a full-length to 3/4 shot. So if you're shooting something like that, you want to treat it like almost like it's the sun, right? You want to think about shadows. It's going to come through. Here we're going to use a white wall, right? So we'll get a nice kind of shadow, but it'll fill itself in a bit. The light will bounce around. I have a silver Beauty dish, so it's going to get nice specularity. Your skin's going to glow. And let's see what that looks like. So obviously it's not in a very good position here to look like the sun, right? What we want to do is raise it. That's pretty good. Make sure that you've got a decent amount over eye level if you can, pointing down more or less. I have it. This is a Profoto B1x. It is in TTL, which is through the lens metering. And we're just going to take a shot and see what we get here. All right, let's see. Frame this up. Actually, I'm gonna have you come a little bit this way. Perfect. Okay. So she's gonna work her chin slightly up. I'm gonna focus. Here we go. Good. Oops. Nice. So I am at f8, 100 ISO, 250th of a second. This will eliminate all the light in the space. You see that nice punchy light, right? It's a hard light. It's creating shadow. It's showing the shape of her face. It's really popping like her eyes, the color of her eyes. It has that kind of sunlighty feel. It doesn't look like the sun, but it has that sunlighty feel, right? So perfect for a very springish type outfit with this blue color. Good, good, good. I'm gonna have you come slightly this way. Good, all right, and yeah, work your chin up a tiny bit. Here we go, we're gonna focus. Good, 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 here we go. Good, another one. What does she feel like this? This is nice. Good. Good. No, you're good there, just your face, Yeah, there we go, that's nice. That's it. Awesome. Easy peasy, as they say. But you can see, I just want to get different shadow patterns on her face. You see you're getting that nice shadow from her nose. You can play around depending on where her head is. It will adjust. Now, one thing you might want to do is, because it's a white wall, and you might notice in this one, it's a tiny bit darker. Depending on where the meter is, when we talked about this before, depending on where my spot meter is, it's going to change the exposure. So let's actually get a good exposure, and then we'll lock it in manual like we should do. So I'm going to put it on her skin tone. We'll shoot. Good. Now we have that one that we like. Let's put it in manual. Now let's shoot a couple. Good. 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 One more. Nice. Fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Nice and clean. Pretty shots. Easy, right? And she can come off the wall a tiny bit just to see. Of course, now she's moving closer to the light, so I'm going to throw it back in TTL. Because remember, we're playing with shadow here. So what we want to do is, if she comes off the wall, it'll change the angle of her shadow. That's actually even nicer. That's very nice, actually. Yeah, I like that better. Let's just shoot a couple like that. Nice. Good. I am using the 85mm. People always ask what lens I'm using, so I'll remember to tell you. Good. Good, good, good. One more. Nice. Easy. You're making it too easy. There we go. That's beautiful. Excellent stuff. Good clean shot. Could be used for a catalog where you want something a little punchier, right? Or it could be used for a fashion shot. Awesome. Now, that's look number 1, right? Look number 2, let's do something more conventionally Beauty dish. We'll shoot kind of like a beauty shot, right? So maybe come and, oops, move that. Put you here. I'm going to put this over here in this box. Okay. All right, so she's going to sit there. We're going to use the Beauty dish as is. And I'm going to, this is a roller stand, which is actually, I'm in a photo stand for the Super Boom. Super useful if you're going to use the same light and move it around your studio a lot. So if you guys do that, remember that when you boom the light out, you want to put it over one of the legs so that it takes the weight. I'm going to put that up like that. Tilt it down a bit to get the look that we want. All right, good. Looks good. Let's tighten everything down. All right, then we're going to roll it in. More or less centered on her. Good. That's good. All right, that in and of itself is pretty good, but because we want kind of a clean beauty shot, we're going to add a little fill. Got a little reflector board in here. Again, she's got that kind of glow going on, so I'm using a silver reflector to kind of enhance that. Run our camera up. That's good. Okay, so we're further from the wall, right? The light's closer to her. So we're gonna get more of a gray back there. We should get pretty even light on her face. Let's put this back in TTL. Let's see what we get. Ooh, there you go. There it is. Nice and even, beautiful light. The eyes glow. We have a shadow down here, but it's filled in, right? Nice and simple. And she can move around and get a variety of different poses here. This is great. This is like your like clean magazine cover shot lighting. You know, my exposure is the same, guys. There's no real reason to change it. I'm really basing my exposure off the fact that I want to get rid of the light in the space. Good like that. One more. Spin over. That's beautiful. Right there. Oops. Oh, yeah. Very nice. It's very celebrity. Beautiful. All right. Look. Oh, again, I left it in TTL. Yeah, when you're doing this kind of stuff, guys, let's just lock in an exposure we like. Put it in manual. There we go. Oh, that's beautiful. There we go. What's interesting is you seem to blink right after. Like it always feels like you're blinking, but I think you're good. Here we go. Last one. I feel like I'm stuck here. Here we go. Beautiful. Good. Nice. There we go. So one thing I do, guys, with the tripod, as you may have noticed, is I pretty much loosen the head all the way. I don't need the tripod for stability here. I'm basically using it to kind of keep my framing roughly the same. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. You know, that's a nice clean beauty shot. Silver beauty dish, fill reflector with the silver, and we're good to go. All right, let's take this out for the last shot, which is going to be more dramatic. And we're going to leave the beauty dish, right? But I'm going to add a grid. So I'm going to have you step out for a second. Perfect. And I'm going to put the grid on here. Now what the grid's going to do, of course, is narrow the spread of light. So it's going to be much, much more contrasty. The background should go black, if not black, nearly black. And let's have you sit down. Let's just take a look. All right. So here, her chin angle is really going to make a difference. So let's start off with it anyways, more or less kind of slightly up. I'm going to come a little higher on the tripod. Good. Get a nice shot here. Good like that, focusing. And, oh, TTL. Good. Nice, right there. Yeah, wow, big difference. All right, so here we're going to really look at our exposure. This is going to, because it's so contrasty, we want to make sure we got an exposure that we really like. That's a smidge hot for me, I think. So I'm just going to go into my camera, my flash exposure compensation, and I'm going to dial it down. I think we'll go down just maybe half a stop. And we'll see what we get. Actually, I'm going to go 1/3 of a stop. I don't go too much. This is the only light going on here, so I need to make sure that we... Good, good, good. There we go. Back. Very, very dramatic, right? Much different type of style. Look, actually, let's do something very like pose for this. Go ahead and turn. You're good there. Yeah, exactly. Just really straight on. And actually, yeah, perfect. That's good. Boom, very symmetrical. What I may end up doing is actually changing the light slightly too, guys. We're gonna go super symmetrical here. Classic beauty shot, focusing on the eye. Let's just see what that looks like. Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, that's very like Kate Mossy. All right, good, that's good. I feel like it gets it's a little bright, like on the jacket actually. So what I'm gonna do, I'm looking for a way over there. I'll go around the long way. It's because of the angle of the dish, right? I wanted to give her enough room to move so the dish is actually shooting her jacket. So what I'm gonna do is actually raise it a tiny bit. Remember that when you use a grid, it's tightening the spread, right? So the center is always gonna be hotter than the rest of it. The center was kind of like in her chin area and it was fading up and down. So we'll do this and that should keep the exposure where I want it to be. There we go. That's nice. Oh yeah, that's beautiful like that. It's very like hard. Let's do one more. Good, good. It's very strong, powerful. You have to have the right eyebrows for this shot. You have to have the right eyebrows for this shot. You got, boom, they got it powerful. Oh yeah, it's maybe a smidge hot. I'm just gonna dial it down a tiny bit. It's all about finessing, right? There we go, last one. Oh wow. Oh wow, that's really nice. It's just right at the edge of exposure here. Do I want to risk it? Okay. Down's gonna be safe. There we go. Sometimes you gotta be safe. There we go. I like that edge of the exposure, but this is safer, so. Oh wow, yeah. Look at that skin tone. That is beautiful. Okay, well there you go. Nice and simple, right? 3 quick looks, all different with the Beauty Dish. The trick really with any piece of photo equipment is to get the most out of it that you can. So while there is a very specific thing that the Beauty Dish is kind of made for, which I would say is the second thing that we did, having this more dramatic look with the grid, using it for a full length shot, more kind of punchy like the sun, are 2 options that you can add, you know, to your repertoire because you already have the piece of equipment. So I'll put Larena's information in the description so you guys can follow her. Be sure to subscribe to Adorama TV and ring the bell for all the notifications. Be sure to follow me, Daniel Norton Photographer, and I'll see you next time on set.